We wanted to see what this oil boom was all about.
We just decided to go where the work was.
I know the last time we had the oil boom, things slowed down pretty bad.
Taking a bit of a nosedive right now with the price of oil going down quite severely.
You see rigs that are being pulled in and shut down.
So we've already been laid off once.
A lot of people are. A lot of people are real scared about it.
Williston, North Dakota. We're right on Main Street, and this is oil country. They call it black gold, and for workers here, it's meant steady work and great pay. The latest unemployment rate, less than 1%. But with oil falling from $100 to less than 50, what happens to Boomtown if the boom goes bust?
I hope that they've done a lot of planning and preparation in case the oil does go away.
Because it could.
Because it very well could.
It's winter on the Great Plains over North Dakota's oil fields.
They started laying off people actually since December.
A native of Liberia, John Roberts, came here for better work. He made $18 an hour driving oil workers to and from the rigs. But when oil prices fell, he and thousands more were laid off.
I need a job right now. I need to eat. I need to gas my car. I still have family in Iowa. I need to take care of that rent.
You have 4 kids back in Liberia that rely on you making money.
On me.
The vast wealth pumped up from the Bakken shale that lies below these towns isn't a sure bet. North Dakota's oil rig count has fallen to the lowest level since 2010.
Well, I think we could very realistically be down to 50 drilling rigs come June.
From?
Peak of probably close to 200.
Jim Arthod's trucking company hauls 130,000 barrels of crude a day.
How bad is it?
Well, you know, it's not bad yet, but everybody knows it's going to get bad. You know, the writing's on the wall. A lot of jobs lost. 20,000 jobs, probably, pretty quickly by June. Going to be some sad times.
But this is Boomtown.
Was Boomtown.
Despite the gloomy outlook, his company is still hiring and training workers. We're optimistic.
There's enough oil, there's enough work to be able to stay employed for a long time.
Still, concerns linger and stem from factors overseas. Some industry analysts suspect Saudi Arabia keeps pumping more oil, lowering prices even further in an attempt to cripple U.S. production.
I think there's a battle royale right now between OPEC and U.S. shale producers.
So who is going to blink first, them or you guys?
I hope them, but I think it's going to be a little bit of both. I think the Bakken is going to be the worst or one of the very worst hit basins in the U.S. because of the high cost.
Dan Eberhart is the CEO of wellhead maker Canary.
What are the oil companies that you service, what are they telling you?
Some of them are telling us to brace for a slowdown, and some of them are saying they're going to keep drilling and potentially add rigs.
As major U.S. oil companies slow production, perhaps no place in America will feel it more than right here. Have your hours already been cut back?
Yes, I have.
Michael Ferguson wanted to move his family of 9 up here from Colorado. Now that plan is on hold. Rig workers typically do 12 to 16-hour shifts, but if his hours are cut more, he may move back home.
It wouldn't be financially feasible for me to be here.
So even working 40 hours a week doesn't make sense here?
No, it's not worth being away from the family for that.
And with housing so expensive here, many rely on their employer for a roof over their head.
Since I'm no longer in employment with the company, they gave me 24 hours to leave.
24 hours?
24 hours.
To leave your house?
To leave the house. If you go outside now, my car is there with all my belongings.
As you can see, people in the oil industry here are scared. But when you talk to folks all across town in different jobs, many of them say they're not concerned at all. In fact, they think that this oil rush has just begun.
There you go, have a great day.
I hate the word Boomtown because, you know, boom means boom or bust. And we're not busting anymore.
You're not worried?
Not at all.
I'm not worried at all. No, I'm not worried. Things do slow down a little bit in the winter. I definitely anticipate a pickup in the spring.
From the pharmacy to the motel to housing developments, local businesses are still thriving.
It's been great. Great. We're up from last year at this time. I'm hoping it continues, and I'm sure it will.
Just flew in last night. got a job.
I'm not worried because it's going to come back. We don't have any other alternative to oil right now. We'll be the base for an industry that's going to support North Dakota for 40 more years.
We're 8,900 wells into a 60 to 70,000 well play. So we're 15% into this.
The mayor of Watford City, North Dakota, insists his town needs to grow, even if the oil industry declines.
We're thousands of housing units behind where we need to be. In the meantime, it helps non-oil businesses try to get caught up. No one has enough employees out here.
But not everyone here is so sure.
If they move away, who's going to pay the bill for the new school?
And that's the same story with a lot of things around town.
Everything. Have you seen the new apartment buildings going on? Wow, huh? It can't go on forever.
Do you think people are preparing themselves for the fact that it can't go on forever?
That's a good question.
So is the sun setting on Boomtown? It all depends on how far oil falls and for how long, leaving the promise of what tomorrow will bring on the minds of just about everyone here. Poppy Harlow, CNN, Williston.